everyone, Liam Catterson here, and today we're reacting to Orphan Black, episode 5 of season 5, which is called E's for Idle Millionaires. So we had a really interesting time last time out with a couple of returning people, of course. Although, some have opted to stay, I guess, and, still be seen again. Some not so much, like Cody, for example. It seems like she's going to be treated and all that after she launched at Sarah, of course, after this whole business of Sarah and Mrs. S going to Cody for answers about P.T. Westmoorland, of course, and that kid as well. Like, the thing that attacked Sarah and Cody's story have a connection, of course, so that was really interesting stuff to delve into. It was a very informative episode, but one that I can't complain about, because as long as it's delivered in fantastic fashion, which it was, then I've got no complaints here as well. So, this show is just amazing. I bloody love it, and we're at the halfway point of season 5. The last season. But no, it was just really fantastic last time out. Just with everything going on, even Cosima's little search during Westmoreland's, she was following Mud, wasn't she? And she's, of course, assisting Westmoreland. But it was just really fantastic stuff. So with that said, let's just delve into episode number 5 of season 5. Where's the cunt? There it is. Let's go with Orphan Black. Let's go. Hi. Look for those answers, Cosima. Look for those answers. Zeros and ones, zeros and ones. Binary.
This organism and derivative genetic material is restricted
going back to episode
intellectual property.
Yep.
Defy them. Live your life with every ounce of passion that I know that you have. They will never own you.
They do love each. Oh my goodness, she really does. She really does love her.
Attacking us. It's attacking us.
I thought he was going to die.
We are dealing with a bear, Yolanda. There's nothing to worry about.
Salvador, everyone knows it's not a bear.
Revival's not having it anymore.
Why capture it when you should have it eradicated?
Because this mutation is important to me? Because life, long or short, is never perfect?
I only meant...
We can't predict all outcomes, can we? For instance,
still wanting to continue the...
Could you have predicted that he would wind up buried underneath some random crone's garage?
Some goofball that we love.
Just remember that you know most.
Threatens sensitive research.
Oh.
What is it you need to know?
Uh-oh. This is cozy, isn't it?
Hidden the knives.
She's in my care. Make no mistake. PT put me at his right hand. Corporate runs
Oh no.
science.
No. At least it wasn't a knife.
Whatever he needs, Rachel. Whatever he needs.
I mean, Rachel must have so much power right now, seeing Kendall in this situation. Susan in this situation.
Stop in.
Kendall's dead, obviously.
Yeah, I just landed.
Well, obviously, love, we're trying to figure out if this man here is the same one as
The one that cropped up.
This was
Because it's a pretty long time gap, and if he is 170,
yeah, right at the locus.
it's not it's not natural.
Access to Kira. They've been testing her at Dyad. What? Why didn't you tell me? I just got here, I'm telling you now.
True. Uh-oh. Oh, it's this guy again!
For dinner.
No!
I'm coming too.
You're not invited.
Just stay here until I get back. Lynn 28A.
Uh-oh!
Tell Westmoorland I found his fountain.
Uh-oh!
This is not appropriate.
Totally
Hey!
appropriate. He wanted to speak with me?
Follow me.
Hey.
See the wrecking the tux! Awesome!
Which isn't unusual for us. They're professors and they live on a houseboat, so they're pretty remote. Anyway, but they're in love. And they love me. But I haven't even told them I'm sick. Because if
Break their
I
hearts,
did that, then
wouldn't
I'd, crack, and I'd have to tell them everything. I'd have to tell them that I'm a clone. And then they would know that everything's a lie.
No, PT's just dug under her skin a bit there.
What a delicate balance you have.
Oh?
I'm gonna be a hustler too.
You just jumped her right in there with both feet, did you?
Yeah. We're finding a way to be safe, right? Little tricks, and then...
you can see that, like...
Rachel's trust. Yeah?
Kira's feeling a bit more...
That is the hustle, isn't it? How do you go about
respected,
that? How
I
do
guess.
you gain someone's trust?
You have to figure out what they want first, and then give it to them without them realizing it.
And what is it that Rachel really wants?
It's a momentous time, because you've isolated a mutation in Kira, haven't you?
Bravo.
Of course.
Wow!
Her healing ability is the self-regulating mutation of a gene, which does not cause cancer, unlike Aisha, whose cancer you've manipulated, not cured. You mind your tone.
No. Hear her out.
I'm very interested to hear.
That's... of course.
Indeed.
That's... of course. Mutation, of course. Super healing, all that shit.
Now we can end it. Or we can just accept it as it is.
Oh, shit. Not this again. This is how it is, isn't it? Like... there's that... I mean, it is how it is. She's only trying to do...
What he does, he divides women. So you just go back in there.
You can be stronger than that. You can be stronger than... yes. Be stronger than that. Let's go.
Take him alive. Shut up. We're not supposed to kill him.
We're all safe when the thing is dead.
Ah, there we go. You're dead. Oh, shit. I was expecting some kind of jump scare, but...
Yes. Please.
That kid has a special connection to him. I love it.
We have to know if the trait is heritable.
You're gonna harvest her eggs.
Oh, no.
Got in. But it's injured.
Oh, dear.
No, it won't be necessary. I know.
Okay, that's a bit messed
I
up.
will beat that.
Together we can mitigate the damage.
She's a little girl.
Yeah, this is
You're a
wrong.
woman. You're a human being. If you don't start there, there's nothing left to mitigate.
I mean, this is
Stopping myself then.
understandable.
Lock the door behind me.
The roof red.
What?
It was red.
Are you glitching?
Oh, no. Yeah, oh, no. Uh-oh, too much.
This is your legacy.
Fatal experimentation.
Giannis.
Just look at what he's become. Oh, poor Giannis.
He was a healthy kid, like Kira, and you dismantled him.
Is she gonna do it? She's not gonna. I feel so bad for Giannis. Oh my god. At the end of the day, this is cruelty, and same with taking Kira's eggs. Like, come on. Especially the fact she's a little girl.
You gave me life. I know you can take that away. You can't take away my humanity.
Oh my God. Erase the mistakes from. Oh my God. He bugs me the shit out, but he's been suffering all of his life as well. Oh. That's the thing though, he's been suffering all of his life, and he's a monster. PT is a monster.
Deep Throat, the one that led us to Cody. Can we count on them again?
I'm not sure we should have in the first place. But why?
Because however they're planning to exploit Kira, it's happening soon.
Time is of the essence. So now they got their answers, but... Oh, come on. So I'm going to make this quick, just because I'm going to head out in a minute. But yeah, that was a really, really awesome episode, of course. Great to see Cosima getting into the thick of it as well, like discovering more about PT's plans, as well as the idea to distribute the eggs, I think it is, Kira's eggs, into, like, what was it, 1,300, I think it was, patients, to see if, you know, they can become heritable, I think it is. Which is kind of messed up, and it is messed up. Kira is just a small child at the end of the day, and it's just absolutely disgusting to see how far, you know, Rachel is willing to go along with this, to see how Westmoorland... I'm gonna get to him in a minute, because he was I think this was a defining episode for him as well, but like I said, it's absolutely despicable to see what they're willing to do, of course. But yeah, that gene, that, you know, is, rumoured to, like with Kira, well, it's said to, yeah, it seems to be a mutation thing, which you kind of expect, like genetics and all that, and plus she's a product of the clone, so there's gonna be some kind of, you know, situation where things are not the norm. Like Kira's super healing and mind ability, not really the norm, of course, but it's for the good thing though. It's not like some kind of, you know, facial defect or whatever, or something that, you know, reduces their life by half of something because they're a product of the clone. But yeah, we got to find out some really, really interesting stuff, especially with the gene, of course, and how that discovery, and, you know, they are able to isolate it is, you know, key to Neolution's plans, of course. Like, as a means to distribute it to the, thousands of patients, of course. But, it was great to see Delphine on the action as well as her, you know, those heart-to-heart moments with Cosima. I really, really enjoyed that. I get what she's doing as well. But with this, you know, despite the fact that she's still hiding stuff, understandably so, for her own safety, as well as to see, you know, the fall of Neolution come, I guess, because, you know, she's going to Geneva, where Felix and Adele are. And for this to work, she has to play this kind of game of hurt. And, you know, that's the thing with Cosima. Like, for example, of course, Delphine threw Cosima under the bus, but it was all for, you know, that safety, that opportunity to, you know, get somewhere and, you know, play the long game, I guess, because that's the thing. You have to take these kind of risks if you want to be successful in, I guess, in this case, stopping a monster in the best capacity you can, because PT is a bit dangerous, especially with, how many influences he has with Rachel there, and his, Neolution shtick, I guess. Yeah, he's a bit dangerous, and he definitely is, and now he's got Cosima locked up as well, so I'm wondering, when Delphine will, get wind of that, and what she's going to plan to do, and I guess she's going to have to leave her probably there or something like that, because she's got to test her loyalty until the right time comes around, I guess. She's got to test her she's got to prove her loyalty to PT, of course, but, yeah, it was just really, really great, of course, discovering more about that kid, whose actual name was Giannis, of course, and how he had, a great optimism for that, gene, of course, that they were planning on, that, they had heavy eyes on, of course. He was very optimistic, of course, in PT's eyes. And, of course, it didn't turn out so well, and, they bred a monster, and you just feel so bad for him. I mean, you could see the worry on his face. I mean, he's been forced to live this life of cruelty and hurt, and it's just absolutely crushing to see, Giannis get shot because of the lack of humanity, because of the ego that PT has. I'm wondering if, They have been, in this episode, they've been playing, a bit on the fact that PT could be a combination of a couple of people, an idea rather than the person itself. And, the fact that you've given yourself a fictional age can kind of represent, that hope for Neolution and their ambitions to live longer. So, because it is quite a time gap, but, I was thinking, when they revealed he went missing, I wonder if that's going to come into play, and it seems like it might do, if, there is that potential that PT is two, maybe more, representations, not just one individual. So, and I'm interested to see how that goes, of course, but yeah. It's interesting, it was interesting that was brought up. I love the fact though that that we got to explore a bit of, Cosima's backstory as well with her parents, which was really, really beautiful, of course. Delphine's reaction, her nervous reaction, of course, whenever Cosima got in deep. That's the thing though, Cosima goes in reckless, but she's always determined to ask the questions and find out, and she's always there. It's go Cosima, but you just love the the reactions that, Delphine gave off, of course, because she was you want to lower this by 10, otherwise shit's gonna go down, and of course she's trying to play this as safe as possible. So, yeah, it was just really, really great. Yeah, like I said, PT was an absolute dick in this episode, especially, not just for the shooting of Giannis, but we've got to explore everything regarding the plans for Kira, of course. Because, of course, Kira was essential to their plans anyways, which is why, they needed her in the first place. She was essential to their big project, of course, and that was, fully established. So, Sinister, gotta put a stop to it. So, yeah. I also loved Sarah and Kira getting a bit more bonding, of course, and Sarah seems a bit, ready to divulge everything to Kira, so that's really, really great. And you could see that with Kira showing a bit more of an optimistic attitude to Sarah, of course, but considering these last few episodes, they've been a bit shaky, of course. But she's been encouraged by Helena's words, so that was really, really neat stuff. But yeah, I just really, really enjoyed that. I felt so bad for Giannis, of course. The face, of pain was absolutely, crushing. I mean, you just feel so bad for Cosima as well. She was trying to offer that humanity. Like she said, you can't take away my humanity. And that's true. She's a caring, individual. And she knows there are limits to science. Even if you want to, do something miraculous like a life extension, she knows there's limits. Expressed that in the last episode, in last season, when she went into Brightborn, of course. She expressed her disgust to, how far they are pushing the limits without having any of that morality. But it's just really, really nice to see. So yeah. Overall, this was a really, really, enjoyable episode. So I really, really loved what we got in this episode, especially the answers to Kira, to what, Neolution are planning, and it should be interesting to see how, you know, we are able to put a stop to this, because of course that's, because time is of the essence, like Delphine warned Mrs. S. Love Cosima in the tux, by the way. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see where things go from here, since we've got a lot of juicy information regarding the plans for Kira, so it's going to be very, very interesting. So I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Feeds channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!